All right, Aron. Are you ready to take the fight back to our enemy? We need to reclaim the fortress and get access to the main road once again. I will gather the men, and we strike at dusk.
Have retaken our fortress. Fantastic work, everyone. You did really well, Aron. We need to prepare for a counterattack. As long as we have our walls, it's a hard fight. Wait, what is that? It's back. Without our wall, those forces can walk straight in. We have to leave.
It has returned, burning our lands, destroying our crops. There is only one option. We have to go into the caves. We don't know where it will lead us, but Rife is gone. My people and I will look for a new home.
You go on ahead, Aron. I'll wait here until the rest of the people arrive, and then we will follow you. It should be a straight line to the castle.
I think we should go ahead and explore. Make sure the way is clear. The gate shouldn't be closed. We should go and clear the way, and then take a shortcut to make sure the castle is safe before the rest arrive. The water wheel appears to be stuck. Maybe we can destroy whatever is blocking it? dwarves are so ingenious. Their devices never cease to amaze me. Some of these things are used all throughout Elor, but they were first thought of by the dwarves. Very unfortunate they haven't been seen in decades. The world has changed a lot since I went to sleep. What were they trying to do over here? That looks like a giant weapon. If we could load up that thing somehow, we could shoot a hole in the wall. We should try to take the shortcut. Let the rest take the long road. We cleared it up for them. This is it. Almost home. We're finally here. Home. Kroin won't expect us here, and when he finds out, he'll be too busy fighting Krill to pay much attention to us. Spymaster is here, Aron. She's a cunning enemy. We should be careful. If we can defeat her, it'd be a huge blow to our enemy. Rowan only left some behind, it seems. Good thing we took out the Spymaster. Soon, the rest of your people will arrive. You should get some sleep for now. We're traveling out into the woods. There are connections to the rest there that will teach you how to use different weapons. Even when the Sentinels were still around, it had been years since we really used this place. Without new Sentinels to train, there wasn't much of a necessity for training locations. We're close. Complete this puzzle. It should reveal the area. Here they are. These are all some of the first Sentinels like myself. They created their own training locations in the rest to help out other Sentinels. Now it's your turn. I can't go with you, unfortunately, so Good luck.
Hello, Aron. The one who isn't supposed to be here. My name is Laria, a friend of Kara. Some used to call me the Queen of the Sea. I was one of the few people in Elor obsessed with what's out there beyond our shores. I've led many expeditions. When I was a child, I almost drowned. Since then, I feared the water. But when I turned into a sentinel, that changed. It's not like we can drown. Of course, I could get eaten by a depth wyvern, but that's why I learned to master the dual blades. When everything around you seems to move in slow motion, like waves on the ocean, it helps to have two swords with you that you can easily swing around. I was there with Aromar, at the border of Shadow's Edge. Together we cast a spell that was similar to the one that Kara had cast on our enemies at the castle. I'm ready for my last expedition. But first, I will teach you what I know. These weapons, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's start with some quick attacks. Put your entire body into the movement. A great start. Perform some quick attacks, create some distance, and then close it just as fast. Make sure to stand a bit more steady. If you were on a ship, you'd have fallen over. Just because you're holding two swords doesn't mean you can't perform some hard-hitting, heavy attacks. Great. Next. For this last one, we go with a little bit of everything. Everything you learn, you can now put into practice here. Perfect. Let's put it to the test. The sea is a treacherous place. You may fight against those that try to use your new abilities against you. Good luck. you'll do just fine. I could give you tips on what's next, but I never listen to anyone either. Listen to your friends, but more importantly, listen to my friend. Say hi to Kara when you get the chance. Thank you, Aron. Good luck.
What happened? The statue disappeared. This is not how it's supposed to be. Maybe you are the last sentinel after all.
Hello, Aron. The one who isn't supposed to be here. My name is Elor, and I'm going to be teaching you more about the sword and shield, my weapon of choice. You were probably wondering where you are. This is the place I chose to stay as I helped create the wall that would contain all evil. I was there, that day when Kara sacrificed herself. I trapped myself with her to protect the people of Elor. I used to have this painting in my room, and I would look at it every day. I've been here a long time, Aron, and now that you're here, I finally get to move on, back to the stars. But first, I will teach you what I know. I've missed teaching. Often your opponent will leave an opening. When you recognize this, you can jump in for a series of stabs. If you time them right, you can deal some real damage. Great! Overhead strikes will confuse your enemy and inflict a lot of damage. This may come across as mean when fighting smaller enemies, but it is highly effective. You're a quick learner, probably because you have a great teacher. Your shield protects you in combat, but it can also be used as a great offensive weapon. You can deal a lot of damage by whacking your shield into opponents. Believe me, you do not want to be on the receiving end of this attack. Almost there. It is time to put your skills to the test, Aron. Make your way up to the tower and prove you have learned new things today. is now up to you, Aron. Either our history will be wiped out and time may reset itself, or you finish what we started. Crowin wasn't always evil, but he has to be stopped. Good luck. We believe in you.
Hello, Aron. The one who isn't supposed to be here. My name is Grell, and I hope I get to teach you some new things when it comes to using a two-handed sword. As opposed to the other sentinels that spent their time counseling and sitting around, I fought all my life, fighting a great many battles. While I enjoy the silence of peace, I would always see the skeletons of the past around me. I believe they made us for a reason. We are here to fight the fights that others can't. Only now do I feel that I can rest and relax. You and I are warriors. We deliver hard blows to destroy our enemies. My time on those fields is over. The place you are standing in right now is my final resting place. I stood at the gates as Kara and the others went to the edges to sacrifice themselves. I fought off dozens, hundreds of those filthy creatures, and I laughed as they realized they'd be trapped forever. My time in Elor has ended. I will teach you about this weapon, and then the future will be in your hands. Let's get started. A two-handed sword is all about crowd control. Sometimes you just have to swing at everyone in your surroundings. That was all right, I suppose. Slow and steady wins the race. This combination of attacks has never failed me. If you see an opening to use this, then you should. You lack refinement, but I suppose this will do for now. We are warriors, Aron. Never forget that. It was my obligation to protect those that couldn't protect themselves. Now, that's your obligation. Goodbye, Aron, and say hello to Kara. She might have turned into a politician, but she is the greatest warrior I've ever seen. Take good care of her.
Hello, Aron. The one who isn't supposed to be here. My name is Eramar, and you are looking at the place I was born. Things might have looked different, but this is what my memory made of it. I was born after the First War and before the dragon slaughter. My family lived in relative peace. When the meteor fell out of the sky and hit our little home, I lost my family in an instant. My brother approached the meteor, and it instantly took him out. Me, being foolish as I am, tried to stop him. Then it chose me. I sat at home trying to starve myself for weeks, but nothing happened. Kara arrived and she took me in, taught me the ways of the Sentinels. For many years I've struggled with my role, but eventually I accepted it. I've trained many generations in the old ways of the sword, and I always tried protecting those that could not protect themselves. Now you are my last apprentice, before I get to go home and see my family. I was there at Shadow's Edge. I helped recreate the same trap as Kara to trap the cultists seeking to destroy what we had made of Elor. You set me free when you touched that rock. I am tired and ready to move on to what's next. Let's begin your training in the way of the sword. We start out with a few basic attacks. Let's hope you can manage those. I see you have some experience with melee weapons. Broad strokes to get some heavy hits in. That's good, Aron. First, you bring your enemy off balance, and then you can go in for some fancy hits. You are a fast learner. For our last attack, we tried to combine everything together. Fantastic work, Aron. I think you did very well, Aron. Your parents should be proud. Now, confront your final enemies. Take it easy. Focus. That's it. It is now up to you. I think it is time for me to go. Listen to what your heart has to say. Nobody can make your choices for you, and nobody has your powers. Use them for good.
I didn't want to tell you this in case you weren't found worthy, but you can now proceed to the next room. I can't tell you much about it. You'll have to experience it for yourself, like myself and one other sentinel before you.
Hello, Aron. The one who is supposed to be here. My name is Sendel, and I am here to teach you about the Twinblade, the weapon of a long-forgotten people. I've only met 2 others of your cycle. I am honored we get the chance to meet. You are Aron. Because you are here, I placed myself here a long, long time ago. As my memories fade, so do my surroundings. I don't have a lot left to teach, but hopefully there's still some knowledge for you here. The pleasure is all mine. I hope this knowledge will serve you well. The Twinblade might look like a strange weapon to you. Practice this basic attack pattern to hit enemies close and far. Good job! This is all I can remember at the moment. My apologies. Put your new knowledge to Well, Aron, this is all I have to offer right now. I hope we meet again. Be better than those that came before you. Our place was never among men. Our place is in the stars. Goodbye.
Your training was successful. It is now time to focus on gathering an army and preparing for a fight against Crowan.
Good morning. Sorry for barging into your room, but I've been looking for you for a few days. I read your letter. I hope your training went well. We've been settling in, going through everything that was left behind, and we started rebuilding this place. From now on, you are the person in command. But you do well to listen to my advice. I've been doing this for a while. I will manage things around the castle. Jeffrey will focus on finding new recruits and fighting smaller groups of our enemies throughout Elor. I'm glad to hear it. We're all in this together, after all. I have been talking to a rather strange elf from the west. Her name is Fawn. She mentioned having read about a group of soldiers dedicated to serving the Sentinels. I think you should look her up. Last I heard, she was trying to get into the library. If she knows where to find them, you should schedule an expedition to their location to try to recruit them. You can do that at our war table, which is inside the castle.